Thank you, Chair Takano, Ranking Member Bost, and Secretary McDonough for being here. It's greatly appreciated. The department's budget, as we heard earlier, request includes continued investment in the successful implementation of the Mission Act. However, there are a number of issues that the VA still needs to address. For example, in my home state of Iowa, a community partner, Siouxland PACE, has gone months without any response from the VA to inquiries surrounding unpaid claims for 15 months of service to 4 veterans. As you increase the volume of veterans care agreements with community providers of care, as more veterans seek care in the community, what are the department's plans for ensuring timely payment of claims for community-based services rendered to veterans?
Thank you very much. Is it called Siouxland?
Siouxland PACE, P-A-C-E.
Okay, so I'll follow up on that specifically, and we'll be back in touch with you on that.
Okay.
Obviously, we feel like we're making progress on claims payment. Since Mission Act implementation through May 2021, we've processed 5.8 million claims, dispersed $20 billion in payments. Current outstanding claims, this may be Siouxland, current outstanding claims, both current and aged, total now 49,000 for about $234 million. This is down, by the way, from a peak in February of last year of 3.5 million delayed payments. And so we're almost there, but we're not there yet on catching up with the backlog. Importantly, auto adjudication rates have doubled over the past quarter. And we are providing decisions within 2 days for 47 to 51% of claims, all inbound claims. And we're paying our third-party administrators are paying clean claims within 30 days of receipt, which gets us in the kind of window of being competitive with Medicare. So we're coming down the learning curve here, ma'am. I'm not saying we're fully done yet, but we're coming down the learning curve. We're getting better at it. And then I hope over time, this ends up being the source of some innovation for us to be in a position to pay more promptly, pay for performance, have greater accountability on the kinds of services that are getting covered. So these are all things that we got to get better at. We're getting better. I'll follow up on Siouxland PACE, but we're not there yet.
So maybe part of this, and you've tried to address in responding to claims and in having clean claims, which certainly as a provider and a physician, I've dealt with that situation before. But, are you making efforts to reduce the administrative burden on community providers by the forms that you have them fill out, by the requisitions, and so that they know exactly what is required of them in order to submit a clean claim?
Yeah, and in fact, we are. And, I'd be interested to see if you hear that from people in your district. There are even arguments that we do a less good job of providing that clarity for care in the direct care system. And so I'd like to see us reducing paperwork and increasing efficiency in community care and in direct care so that we can get to providing the vets the care that they need.
Well, I thank you for that. And certainly to have better responsiveness, as you indicated, would be helpful. Representative Nels had asked you about the 14,000 full-time equivalents that you had added last year and whether or not they were had been fully hired. And you're proposing to hire 28,400 more people in 2022, paid for by American Rescue Plan funds, and then move them to the regular budget in 2023. And you mentioned that this is necessary because of the surge following the pandemic. So one would expect if there's a surge that it would be temporary following the pandemic once those individuals have received care. So my concern is that in hiring this additional almost 30, 40,000 employees, that then what happens once this surge is passed, and are these people that would be temporary, and then you're unable to end their employment once they're in the VA system. So could you address that quickly? And I apologize, I'm out of time. Thank you, Chair, for indulging me.
Yeah, thanks for the question. I mean, so some of what you see in the budget request is churn. Our churn is less than the private system that you're much more familiar with than I am. But at about 9% turnover, we're well below industry standard, even half of industry standard, which I'm very proud of. And I think we as an agency should be proud of. And that's because getting to work with vets is a great opportunity. And then some of it is because we have vacancies that we've needed to fill, including in mental health. And so this is a major challenge for us as a country, because it's true, and I know it's true in my home state, which is just north of yours, where demand for mental health care far outstrips supply. And so we're going to continue to chase that supply. And then we'll make some decisions, and we'll be very candid with you as we're making these assessments over the life of this year about what the experience is telling us. I will say this, I came in here being a skeptic about the actuarial system that we've been using for care in VA. Now, John calls me to Friday night meetings on a very regular basis. And what I'm finding is that this model is held up pretty well over time. Your staff work a lot with us on it. We welcome your personal involvement on it. We'll show you the homework on it and why we're getting to where we're getting. But we don't want to hire any more than we need, but we do want to hire everything we do need. And that's what this budget will allow us to do.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield my time.